Greetings, fellow classic TV fans. In 1956, Ed Sullivan introduced the TV world to the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley. Elvis temporarily relinquished his crown due in part to the British invasion and by focusing his efforts on being a movie star. But in 1968, NBC aired the special Singer, as in the Sewing Machine, presents Elvis, later commonly known as the 68 Comeback Special. As the highest-rated TV show of the season, it represented Elvis's third act. How? By returning him to the world of live musical performance. The famous costume designer Bill Ballou designed Elvis's iconic black leather rocker outfit. And reportedly joining his bandmates Scotty Moore and DJ Fontana for that sit-down jam was the forerunner of MTV's Unplugged series. In 2002, a holographic clip from the special was used in a televised duet with Celine Dion. Their performance of If I Can Dream shot to #1 on the iTunes charts, proving once again that Elvis was still the king. Greetings, fellow classic TV fans. Don Kirshner's rock concert ran from 1973 to 81 and was a staple of late-night television. Beginning with Kirshner acting as executive producer and musical consultant for the original series In Concert, that show excelled in the ratings. This was an impressive feat up against the well-established Dick Cavett Show, whose ratings it doubled, and in some areas it even beat out Carson's Tonight Show. Reportedly, Don and his music director Wally Gold started the whole thing by having to beg artists to perform on the show, and for scale pay, which was much lower than what they were used to. But once the acts came to their senses about the publicity power of television, Kirshner and Gold said they had more than they knew what to do with. Now they're begging us, they claimed. And they were everybody. From pop to punk and all points in between, the sheer amount of legendary musicians who appeared on Don Kirshner's rock concert was astounding. Of course, Don had some other musical TV exploits, such as the Archies and the Monkees too, but Rock Concert gave the audience a chance to see some of their favorite acts playing live. Combined with facilitating many 1960s music classics at New York's infamous Brill Building, Kirshner's legacy of intertwining the industries of music and television means that all of us fans and artists owe him a huge debt of gratitude. Greetings, fellow classic TV fans. In 1978, CBS began airing the sitcom WKRP in Cincinnati, which ran for 4 seasons and a total of 90 episodes. This show, with an extremely catchy theme song, was created by Hugh Wilson, who also created Police Academy and The First Wives Club. Reportedly, he had based it on some of his own experiences and people he knew working in radio. WKRP also inadvertently became a great promotional tool for many established and up-and-coming rock bands. Artists such as U2, The Knack, Robert Palmer, and the Eagles all benefited by receiving airplay on the show. Another example was Blondie, crediting the TV show with bringing their single, Heart of Glass, to gold record status. Their record company actually sent one to the producers to proudly display on the wall of the radio station. Even DJs were extremely appreciative of the sitcom. Many sent in bumper stickers of their various stations' call letters, which the show's producers prominently displayed. In an interesting business move, the show was shot and edited on videotape instead of film. Reportedly at that time, it was much more expensive to gain the rights to the music for film as opposed to videotape. And although the show was nominated multiple times for multiple categories of Emmys, the only one it actually won was for videotape editing. Greetings, fellow classic TV fans. Miami Vice ran from 1984 to 87 with a total of 112 episodes. The show earned an unprecedented 15 Emmy nominations in its very first year and bolstered the careers of Edward James Olmos, Philip Michael Thomas, and of course, Don Johnson. The buddy cops Crockett and Tubbs influenced major fashion trends by popularizing the names of Armani and Versace, not to mention Ray-Ban. Reportedly, they were pitched as 2 Vice cops who looked like they just walked off an MTV video. Indeed, the show itself included much of the popular music of the 80s, and the musical rights budget alone was $10,000 per episode. It didn't hurt that Miami Vice was also broadcast in stereo. The show incorporated the actual songs of musical artists by featuring their music not only in the background, but also as a full-on soundtrack for certain scenes. Who can forget the pilot episode with Sonny and Rico driving to a drug sting with Phil Collins in the air tonight blaring away? Many famous musicians were often cast as guest stars. They included the likes of Frank Zappa, Gene Simmons, Willie Nelson, Sheena Easton, Ted Nugent, Glenn Frey, and more. But of course the most synonymous musical piece was the show's main theme, written and performed by Jan Hammer. The Grammy Award winner scored the music to many episodes, but it was his instrumental theme that went all the way to #1, marking the very last TV theme song ever to do so. Greetings, fellow classic TV fans. In 1956, a young visionary named Dick Clark became the host of a popular Philadelphia-based TV show called Bandstand. The following year, ABC conducted an affiliate poll on what they should fill an open national slot with. Clark sensed an opportunity and pushed hard to get Bandstand picked up. And in 1957, that push paid off as the newly dubbed American Bandstand went coast to coast. It not only featured hit records, but included performances by the musical artists. Dick Clark also made an indelible social impression. How? By his insistence of racial integration of both the music as well as the cast. Showing that young voices mattered too was the segment called Rate a Record. This coined that popular catchphrase, "It's got a good beat, and you can dance to it." The legacy of Dick Clark and his American Bandstand charged ahead for over 30 years and forever changed the landscape of both music and television.